What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of R&P Podcast, giving you opinions on topics you've never asked for. I'm your host, PLAX. I'm here with my co-host, Rick. Rick, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty well. You know, I guess technically this is going to be the 4th of July podcast. We're not the most patriotic here at R&P.
I would say woohoo.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. The most obvious is being African American, and you'll be like, "Oh, African American is still American. That's why there's American in it." No, African American has American in it because y'all took it from Africa, and now we have no relation with them niggas whatsoever, culture, identity, or even looks wise. So
that is true.
You've made us a subset of person, like the American the American Native American. So
I got a hot take. I got a hot take regarding that.
What?
I was thinking earlier, like Asian people and white people, even though it's like different like nationalities and different like versions of them, they all like still seem to be like together in a way. You see what I'm saying?
I think that's something
Black
that
people,
a lot of
we don't have that.
A lot of minorities say that in terms of Asians and Caucasians. Can't have Caucasians without Asians.
Yeah, that's a fact. You can't spell Caucasians without Asians. That is true.
I will say that a lot of people feel like that's the minority that the whites readily accept. And by the way,
even Spanish people too. Like I feel like they be more
Spanish. Yes, technically, but not Latin.
No, I don't mean together as in like white and Asian people working together. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying like in their cultures, like even though they're Japanese and Chinese and Korean people, they still seem like they're like together and cohesive. And then like black people really don't have that because it's like it's Africans and then it's us.
No.
And it's a huge separation between the two, I feel like.
No. I think that probably comes from the fact that you're not a part of those cultures. At least on the Spanish side, I can speak to the fact that Latinos and Spanish, as in like European Spanish, do not vibe. The European Spanish are more white than they are anything else.
Yeah, you're right. So, you are right. That's true.
They don't bangs with that because they feel like the Spanish people are.
And now that I think about it, Spanish people do be talking shit about Dominicans a lot, even though they're also Spanish.
Well, see, that's where you got to be careful because Spanish is from Spain and that side of Europe, the white side of Europe, are different than Latinos, which are like from anywhere from. Mexico.
So it's wrong? If I'm wrong, I apologize. Is that wrong to say they're all Spanish? Because that's what I'd be doing.
Yes, they all speak Spanish.
I apologize if that was wrong.
Spaniards.
I was misinformed. It was not being a racist fuck. I was just misinformed. I'm sorry.
I don't feel like I don't feel like that makes you like a bad person. But I'm just explaining that Spaniards existed before Latinos existed. Latinos were basically the offspring of the Spaniards taking over islands filled with people who already lived there and already thrived there, enslaving
as them, white folks do.
Yeah, and having kids with them. Like you got to remember, Christopher Columbus went to Spain and was like, "Give me money to sail the ocean blue," and they said, "Yeah." They didn't give it to the people who look Puerto Rican weren't the ones who gave Christopher Columbus money.
Right.
People who look like Christopher Columbus gave Christopher Columbus
gave him money. Yep. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But yeah, you always got.
I do apologize for my lumping.
And
I apologize.
I will say, from what I know, the Asian cultures all like through different because even technically Indians are Asian in terms of demographic. They have a long history of not always getting along with each other, especially Japanese and any other Asian culture in the surrounding areas. Because
North and South Korea, and they're both Korean countries.
Obviously, that makes sense. But I'm saying Japan used to go around and just like fuck shit up. Like they caused the whole thing.
That is also true.
Rape of Nanking.
Well, Japan used to bully people because Egyptians will bully them. So they would have to get their hit back. Wait, you don't know the story, or you don't know the story. You don't know the story of like people like they would like say we'll sell you silk and whatever else, and we would be like, yeah, we gonna take this, that, and that for half price.
Nah, I never heard about.
And they be like, bro, you know, that's not really. We're bringing it to you and everything. Like that don't really make sense. And we was like, or Egyptians was like, half price, or we pack you up, basically. Like, we'll give you half price. You're lucky you're getting half price, and then that was that.
No, I never heard about that story. I just know that Japan used to go around and like destroy towns and kill families and make them do like weird things to each other. Which after they got hit with the old bomb, which not joking.
Is that what we calling it? The old bomb is crazy.
The old bomb. Yeah, after they got hit
the old bomb is nuts.
With the old bomb, they started to kind of I guess internalize all of those, like, I guess what was once perceived as perversions in warfare and perversions in like cartoons and like other weird stuff that they do, like the Yorn game shows and stuff. If you ever seen the Japanese
I've heard
Yorn
of
game
that.
shows? Like
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Like there was one I seen, and yes, I seen it because the internet, right? I wasn't looking for it, but the internet was.
Rick was like, I was on that motherfucking dodge.
I've seen 2 Japanese game shows. One of them was really funny. The other one was wild, and I could not even bear it once I realized what the concept was. But the one joint was basically a sex obstacle course, and they were on these bikes. Yeah, they were on these bikes / go-kart things, and it was a man and a woman, and the only way to make them go was to start fucking, was to have sex, basically. And so the more they moved their hips, the faster they would go. And so
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary, man. You don't gotta do that.
That's unnecessary, but you can't tell me that that's not hilarious.
It is funny, though. That's funny as hell. I did not know that. I knew they had sex game shows, but I didn't know they was like that. I thought it was just like people naked, and it'd be like, if you don't get this answer right, you got to eat some ass or something.
No, that's probably a variation, but no, they're actual like contests. The other one though was the one that I couldn't even bear to watch once I realized what the concept was. Right, so you know,
that wasn't the one you couldn't bear to watch.
No,
it was the other one.
That one's funny. The other one was, all right. So you know the concept of a glory hole.
Yes.
I assume everybody who's watching our stuff is adults, and if you're not, I don't know how you got here, but I used to watch stuff I wasn't.
We can't say that. Yeah, we can't say that because we was watching a lot of shit we shouldn't have at 10.
Like I said, I was watching a lot of stuff I shouldn't have had, but here I am. So here you are, and I'm gonna explain it, right? So with a glory hole, obviously, a dude puts his dick in, and on the other side, he hopes is a woman. Unless he doesn't, then he just hopes a person.
Yeah, whoever. That's what people be saying. Listen, if you go into a glory hole, bro, you don't care, man.
Yeah.
If you go, you don't really care for real.
So imagine that concept, but instead of you putting yourself in, imagine a woman in this case. In this case, it was women are sticking their asses out. So it's basically you just see it. You just see an ass. You just see. In this case, there was three different asses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically a game show of pick the right ass. Now, you might be thinking, what does that mean, Rick? Steve, I'll explain it to you. So one of those asses is a porn star, right?
Oh my god. Oh, this is great. This is
do not say it's great until you hear the concept, right?
Okay, all right, go ahead.
One of the asses is a porn star.
Okay.
The other two is of some familiar relation to the contestant.
Rick, stop playing, bro. Like, how you mean friends?
Familial relation.
You mean homies?
Familial relation.
Rick, you talking about friends, man. You talking about Ross and Chandler and Phoebe and Monica. You talking about friends?
I'm talking about the other F word. I'm talking about family.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
I'm talking
Why? Why would you play that?
I'm talking about Sweet Home Alabama.
Why would you play that?
Well, the thing is, right, if you get it right, obviously it's the contestant's favorite porn star because they told the person, obviously, like they told the game show who their favorite is, and so they would get a shot with their favorite porn star for one because basically they're having sex in that moment, picking their choice because you have to complete the act, basically, put yourself in.
Rick, why would you sign up for that, bro?
But the thing is, if you get it right, you get a disgusting amount of money. Like you get like $100,000 or $200,000 equivalent or something like that, right? But if you get it wrong, obviously you know what happens if you get it wrong.
Why would you say? I get if it was like two of your female friends. Because that's still weird, but like, okay, right. And if you don't pick the right person, you lose.
Why would anybody sign up?
Why would your family? But see what I'm saying? Why would your family sign up? That's crazy.
Alabama.
Like, I understand two of your female friends signing up. Like, oh, okay, fuck it. But yo, like, cousin, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, if it's your favorite porn star, you gotta know, man.
You gotta know. Except, at least from the episodes I've seen, them niggas was stumped. And,
are you alright?
And the craziest part, from the one I seen, the craziest part is the nigga. He was so stunned because he couldn't tell that he was visibly sweating. And I'm like, at that point,
that's fake, Rick. It's gotta be like staged.
I pray it is.
It's gotta be staged. Ain't no way niggas really going on there doing that, bro.
I pray it is, because if it's not,
because if they are Japanese niggas, is really like. No, that's crazy. That's a great story, Rick.
I don't even know how we got here.
That's crazy. I don't know how we got here either. That's just nuts, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be wild, though.
Oh my god, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, they'd be wild.
What are we doing? Oh yeah, the pod. Yeah.
What were we talking about, though?
I don't remember, man.
The Asian culture.
Oh, okay. We got to that.
Well, because I was saying that Japan got beef with people because they used to do some nasty stuff, and then I said after they got the old bomb dropped on them, they started just doing nasty stuff like in their own. Because
just to get it out, have an outlet. Yeah, that's crazy. But
yeah, that's how we got there. But back to all of it. 4th of July, Japanese sex games, Japanese squid sex games. America. Oh, imagine that. That'd be a crazy Yorn parody. Squid Games. And they're each one like a
I'm pretty sure it's a Yorn squid. You know what's funny? Mm-hmm. Yorn is quicker than YouTubers. Oh, of course. I feel like. Them niggas be... They do. That is true. They probably do. Them niggas be like on it. Like... Soon as a new show dropped, they got a Yorn about it.
A show?
They right away with it.
A cartoon, a video game,
anything, bro. Yorn be right there, ready to go, man. Them niggas do not be playing. The first season of Game of Thrones before it even popped, it was Game of Thrones Yorn, bro.
Which is crazy because Game of Thrones already has sex in it. So
that's what I'm saying. So you don't even have to do it.
Yeah, you're just Yorn.
You don't even have to do that. That's crazy.
You're just making porn of porn.
Oh man, yeah. Shout out to the porn industry, man, in that sense, because they be quick.
Do you find it weird that we as a group, and by we I say our group, has created a word to replace Yorn that's to replace porn? And I say Yorn because that's literally how I think of it. We made a word to replace porn. All we did was replace a P with a Y, and that's just what it is now. Saying porn was the first time I've heard.
Yeah, porn. I don't say porn. It feels weird to say now too, but I feel like you know what I think it was. I feel like maybe not every single one of us. But I feel like we knew we was gonna be content creators, and a lot of content. Like I know agent, and then be saying prawn instead of porn because you can't say like porn on TikToks. Like you can't say the word. You see what I'm saying? So they say prawn, I don't even think we should be saying it right now, to be real. But
Well, it's on Spotify.
but like
Spotify and YouTube.
yeah, we should be good.
We're not on TikTok. Not with this one.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, this is definitely not no clips. None of this can be clipped. It's gonna be a lot of beep, 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 beep.
A lot of Japanese sex games.
Yeah, but people, I think we just knew where we was gonna be at or what we was gonna try to do, and we just started censoring from there. Like the other thing, the B word thing.
Wait, what B word thing?
You know what it is. The other thing.
Broads?
No, that's not us. We didn't make that. It's something else. It's something else that we.
I can't think of it. Bleep it out.
Oh, really? Hooping? The B word hooping?
What?
Scoring? Buckets, Rick.
Oh, why are you hiding buckets?
I guess I could have said it. Yeah, I could have said it
why are you hiding
because
buckets?
you don't have to explain what it is.
What it is?
But yeah, buckets was another censored thing
You
that we came
know,
up
without
with.
explaining what buckets is, it's not as funny. But I still remember when I was in college and a janitor left a note on their janitor door, like they had a mop and a bucket, and it was like, if you see buckets around, bring them back to the room. And I took a picture of it, and I was crying, and I put it.
No, when I've gotten better, but if I hear the word, like I still get that. You know that little feeling like I'm about like that giggle. I still get that for sure. Like on 2K, or if somebody say, "Yeah, can you hand me those buckets or those buckets over there or something like that?" I'll be like,
"Why would anybody need you to hand them multiple of buckets?"
It was a analogy, Rick. I'm just saying, like anytime I hear the word,
I'm just saying, I thought it was
like,
a real life based.
Oh, you thought it was a real like? No one has handed me a slew of buckets.
I hope no one ever hands you a slew of buckets, Steve, without your permission.
Right, without asking for it. That's because that's just not nice. But all right, let's talk about something.
It's not respectful.
This episode is going crazy, dog. Already. Well, since we already talk about nasty things, you want to talk about Fresh and Fit real quick?
That's a different type of nasty. We talk about yarn and sex and all that stuff. Them boys is just misogynistic and nasty sometimes.
Yeah, just nasty individuals.
Sometimes,
yeah,
I mean, like 85.
Majority of the time, yeah.
Yo, they got a dude on there. I don't know how many of the people who watch us watch Fresh and Fit or even know who they are. But they're majority, I guess the core is male, and all they do is invite females to be disrespected, or I guess to be proved. In their eyes, they're inviting female guests to be proven wrong that they're, I guess, people. Like that's at least. What but
and that is what it seemed like.
Yeah, to disprove the fact that the people, but in more sense, like disprove that their way of life is how life is supposed to be, and like that they're destroying society as a whole or something. Which everybody's destroying society as a whole.
Listen,
men are, women are, kids are, all of everybody's destroying society as it is, because society as it is now is garbage. And
no, that's a fact.
And any variation of like changing can only up us from here. Like the only way it gets worse is if we start going back to how society was, like people want.
And
like
that's just not
getting rid of Roe v. Wade and then handing everybody a gun. Like that's
we are moonwalking in Calabasas, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going crazy, going backwards. But that's because
we are moonwalking in Calabasas.
All the important white men have decided that they really want things to be like how it was in like the 2000s.
Back in the good old days. Listen, this is what I say about Fresh and Fit. Or I guess mainly Fresh. I don't even know who's Fresh or who's. I don't even know how to. Yeah. I think that's just the name of the show or whatever. But sometimes they be making valid points, but then they ruin it by saying some crazy shit immediately after. Mm-hmm. Like they'll say something like, the average dude. It's harder for the average dude to get, women and stuff like that. If you just work a 9 to 5 and stuff like that, most of the time women not really flooding your inbox. That's true. I was like, okay, yeah, I can agree with that. And then he say, something like, and that's why you bitches ain't shit. Like, bro, no, wait.
You had me in the first half.
Yeah, like, and that's not an exact quote from them, but like, it'd be shit like, it'd be shit like that, like, bro, like, or he'll say some. One of them will say some shit like, and that's why bitches need to cook. Like, bro, no, you can't say that, dude. And then the nigga that's not on the show but be on there all the time.
That dude Tate or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the bald nigga. He got mad bread. He do got mad bread.
But that doesn't make you right.
Yeah, that don't make him right. But I do commend him for making his money. But
you can make money in the worst way
that
possible.
Nigga's worse. Right. Oh no, that's a fact. That nigga is worse than both Fresh and Fit combined. That nigga is terrible, bruh. I think I sent Rick a couple of his quotes. Yeah, no. The nigga said, what'd he say? He said, if I cheat on my girl.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Go ahead.
He was like, if my girl cheats on me, she's cheating on me out of love. Like she loves the other person and she doesn't love me anymore. But if I cheat on, if I have sex with other women, that's just exercise.
I'm just fucking, and it's not cheating. It's just exercise.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's wow. Huh? That's so crazy, dog. That is so crazy. He said a bunch of shit too. He was on a show. He's actually getting more popular. He's on a show I guess a dating show.
Do you want to know why he's more popular now?
Why you say that? Why you think that?
Well, it's not a think. I can tell you why he's more popular.
Oh, why?
And so he created a course, right, to teach people how to basically follow in his footsteps and get out, like, publicity-wise, like, get out there and make content and get seen and be an alpha male and all that stuff, right?
That's nasty.
The best way to get to, basically you have to pay to be in a course. And to make money in the course, you have to invite other people into the course and have them join, and then you get money, right?
Oh, so
those people have to join, have to get other people to join for them to make money. So it's a pyramid scheme with him at the top.
Yeah, it's
right?
a pyramid scheme.
But
yeah.
The thing that's getting him more burn and why you're seeing him a lot more in your algorithm is that one of the key exercises and points of the course is to make pages related to him, like fan pages and all that stuff, and put out his content, like put out clips.
That's a smart nigga.
And so all those people who are buying in, like all those sad people who are buying into his workshops and all that stuff, they're being like marketing bots for him. Basically, they're creating a content advertising stream on their own, and
they paying him to do it.
Yeah, they're paying him to get paid by other people.
Rick, should we be misogynistic for clout? No,
because he's not white. I don't know what his dad is. I know his dad has black skin. He's not white, but he's white passing, and so he gets away with a lot. And his name is King. He never brings that up.
So he's super white passing.
Like a girl called him white. She didn't know what he was, and so she assumed he was white. And he was like, pull a picture of my dad, and it was a dark skinned man. I don't know what he was exactly. And he was like, that assumption already put you in a wrong spot with me or whatever. Which I was like, that's fair and whatnot. But I will say he probably gets away with a lot because he is white passing.
He's white passing, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's white passing, he probably isn't seen or like basically exited from a lot of tables because they don't know what or who he is from jump. It's like
right.
It's like you see him on the street. You just think he's some average white
man.
He could
That's some white man,
else. Right? Yeah, Logic. He's basically Logic.
Yeah. Okay. That damn. Well, my thing. First of all, the other nigga, the dark skinned dude on the show, he just a yes man. Like, yeah, I've only seen clips. But, like, he just be nodding and agree, like, yeah, bro, that's a fact. Like, oh, bro, that's funny, bro. Like, that's what that nigga be doing.
Well, on the
and then the other nigga,
you need a yes man. Like, I'm your yes man.
That's not true. That is definitely not true.
I'm your yes man, Steve. Anything you've ever said, I've never disagreed with.
Well, Rick, if we go cap, we might as well wrap it up here. I don't think we should be talking no more. That's crazy. You are not. If anything, I'm your yes man, to be real.
You never agreed with a word I've ever said.
That's not true. I literally, when you explain things to me that I'm uninformed on or have a certain opinion on, and you end up being right, and I see something like in a different way, I say you're right.
Yeah, but then
Don't I?
But then after the like the microphone's cut, you be like, "Don't ever do that again." And I'm like,
that's great, Rick. All right, okay.
You be like, "Don't ever speak to me like that in front of our fans ever again." You understand?
Crazy,
me?
dog.
Or I'm replacing.
Well, I must not be doing a good enough job because you keep fucking doing it, Rick.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna get rid of you like that, and then.
Oh, that's crazy.
You said you replace me with like Ray or someone.
Oh my god. Oh shit! You gotta if I go AWOL or get packed up, you gotta get Pablo on here.
That's who the new P gotta be.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, why the silence? Why would you say? I feel like you and Pablo would go crazy. I feel like you and Pablo would go crazy, man.
Maybe I feel like Pablo might have some crazy stories.
Yeah, I know he got some crazy stories, and then like y'all already got a dynamic, so I feel like that'd be fire. I will watch that podcast. The RMP, the extra RMP 2.
Alright.
Nah, but the fresher fit niggas. All jokes aside, though, we've brought them up before. Them niggas is just. I wholeheartedly feel like they're just niggas who was like bullied in school and didn't get a whole bunch of girls and wasn't really popular, and now they have a platform to like. And clout and money to like, you know, flex their muscles, and I think they just enjoying it too much.
You know,
because some of the shit they be saying is just like, you're insecure, nigga. Like, again, like some of the points they make, I'm not gonna cap. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's true. Like when, single, like when a dude and a girl break up, the girl is more likely to have suitors than the dude is. If it's an average regular dude and an average regular girl, the girl is probably gonna have suitors. And so now if she go with them or not, that's up to her, but she's gonna have people in her inbox, people to go on dates with, whatever. The average dude probably won't. That's true, because women a lot of times have more options than the average dude do. But then they start going into all this other shit as to why like they need to be submissive and all, and I'm just like, bro,
yeah,
stop. Like, just stop talking, dude. Like, you're not making no sense. But go ahead.
The thing is, I feel like it's a circle that kind of feeds into itself, because they invite women who most of the time have a very superficial view on the world, and so it kind of gives their audience like a template to who like. To how women act in the real world, when those aren't the women that they'll most likely
that the average dude is interacting with anyway. Right, right.
Like, don't get me wrong, those women probably interact with a lot of high value guys. High value being in the sense that you hear all the time on like social
rappers,
media, like,
NBA players, right? People like
people making money and stuff like that. But how they interact with those guys would be different from how they would interact with you, because you're not making that money, so you're not gonna like the guys that are making a lot of money, like they'll like obviously those women will say like, oh, this person's like this, like he's super submissive and I could tell him to do anything, or like he buys me whatever I want, right? For you, that's like, oh, he's a simp, or like I can't believe he's spending all this money on this women. But for him, that's a luxury he has because he has the money to spend.
Because he got the bread, yeah. That's why I don't understand that either. Like
for you, that's a bill. For him, that's like buying McDonald's. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's an affordable expense he has. Like for you, that's not an affordable expense because you're not making that money. But for him, buying her a Birkin bag so she doesn't she does whatever they agree upon or whatever. Yeah, she does whatever he wants in terms of like either sexual things or relationship things or any of that. All he has to do is buy her a Birkin bag, and she basically has to, air quotes, because nobody has to, but in their minds or in their...
They agreed upon. It's an agreement they have,
that there's certain things that she now has to follow because of that, right? Or if he pays for her rent, because her rent's like $2,000, and he makes...
And that's nothing to him.
Like not even a year, but like every 6
in a
months.
month or 2 months. Yeah, right.
Every 6
right.
months he makes $2,000, and then so basically at the end of the year he's making $200,000, and at the end of the year he's making $400,000 a year, and so basically after 3 years he has $1 million plus in the bank or something like that.
Right. So 2 bands a month ain't doing nothing to him. Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's not hurting his pockets. That's
McDonald's. That's buying McDonald's every month. Yeah.
What I think people aren't understanding, and even the women and even the people at Fresh and Fit, is that when you're in those type of different brackets, like that's what they're trying to do. So let me not say they don't understand. What they're pushing is an agenda of, look at how these women want to be treated and how that affects you where you are. And
that's not how the average regular women are. Yeah. Some of them act. You will catch some that act like that, even though they live in the projects. Some
act like that
but that's a few. That's a slim few.
Women acting like that and getting that treatment, and so they want. So obviously there has to.
But you want it from a nigga that work at McDonald's. That's not gonna work.
Get that. So like those women that are like that won't deal with a 9-to-5 guy. Like especially if you're making minimum wage or a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where you live, right? And so you aren't gonna have to deal with those women. Will you probably find women with those attitudes who shouldn't? Sure, but that's like saying that
that's a slim few.
Yeah, and that's just saying you'll find a woman who has an attitude you don't like. Like not all women think like that, just like not all men think how Fresh and Fit think. So it's like it's just like it's given a perception that it's a rule instead of an exception.
And actually, Rick, that's a fire breakdown because I never even thought about it like that.
But that's how they catch an audience, that by making people think that this is how men and women are supposed to interact on a daily basis. When
it's literally just people with money.
Yeah, or not even with money. They're just people in a different position in life than you. Like those guys don't have the money of like those rappers who are like paying these girls.
I don't know, they getting there. I don't know.
Well, they're making money in different ways, but I'm saying like their fame / currency is not of the level of the.
It's not on that level yet, right?
That those women are messing with. But because they're around them a lot, you would think that they're the kind of person that they're looking for, but. Maybe on a smaller scale because of clout and like you said they are getting a bag, that they're dealing with like certain.
They net worth together is $5.35 million.
But that's assets and stuff and like stuff that can't.
Yeah, that's just right.
All that stuff, but I just look at it like. I don't know. I just look at it like a net worth. That's the thing with net worth too. A net worth, even if
ain't what you got.
Even if all that stuff was what they had though. They have $5 million together, right? But is that what they're making recurringly? Like, are they making $5 million a year, or is that just what they have stacked? Right? So
yeah, probably
so if you
not.
break that down, how much are they making a year, or are they just making enough to consistently sit at $5 million, which is a lot of money to us.
Which is still nice, right?
Yeah, but you give
they not an NBA player though.
Not even that. You give an average person $1 million, and after tax
they
season,
life changed.
Well, not even that. After tax season, they're back in the position of having to stack loot. Do they have a good cushion? Yes, they do. But once they try to make a purchase that would reflect the amount of money they just received, they are now back to where they were.
If somebody give you $1 million, you can't buy. You shouldn't be buying Birkin bags. Let's just say that you should be Birkin trying bags, to.
Though. So like if you got $1 million, let's say you wanted to buy a house, at what point would that house be out of your means? Like so, let's say you buy a house, right? Let's say you buy it outright in cash. You buy a $100,000 house, which is on the cheap side of houses, which is crazy, right? And
that's nuts.
So while you won't have to deal with a mortgage because you had the currency to buy the house, you don't have to deal with a loan or anything like that. You now have to pay property tax. So now, how many years? Like if you decide like I get $1 million, I'm gonna quit my job, right? Because that's what people say they would do if they get $1 million. Like I'm not working at my job. I have $1 million. But so if you're just gonna sit on that $1 million, right? Let's say you got it
and not earn any more currency from it, right?
Yeah, let's say in the best case scenario you got it as a gift, right? Gifts are taxable after a certain amount. So now taxes are eating into it. Or if you just say, oh, I got $1 million tax free. So how long can you not work, pay bills, if you got a new house because you thought a house was a better decision than a Birkin bag. So you got a new house, you have to pay taxes on that every year. You decide to get a new car because that's a better decision to make than a Birkin bag. How much you gonna pay for insurance? Did you get a reliable Toyota to live within your means, or did you
get a track car?
Or did I get a Hellcat? Did I get a Hellcat?
Yeah, Hellcat.
Yep. And all that stuff. Like it's like
that's 200,000 right there, baby. Yeah, like, 200,000.
That's without recurring. That's without recurring bills. So now you're at $800,000, and that's gonna be depreciating every
7 because you spent 100 bands on the house, so you're at 7.
So now and then, let's say you got furniture for your new house. Let's say electronics. Now light bill. Now water, gas. And then now taxes every year.
Don't have no kids.
Yeah, bills. Yeah. So it's just like $1 million goes fast. So how much do you have to make recurringly to fit that type of lifestyle to where if you look me up online and you see my net worth was $1 million, that would probably be speaking about how much money I've made since I was able to make money. And at that point, I'm definitely not making $1 million a year.
I feel like since I've started working, I don't even think I've hit like 200,000 or 300,000. Like I don't even think I've hit that.
No, I'm not saying me like person. I'm saying like that's an example of seeing someone with like $1 million net worth. Like they're not making $1 million a year. Like that's just by that point.
Yeah, that's just right. That's just what they've amassed or what they got in assets.
Of $1 million, which not every asset is liquidatable, and even if it is, it's probably depreciated from what you could get from it because you have to liquidate it. Like you get a Lambo, now that's added to your net worth because of how much you paid for it. But if you decide to sell it, you're not getting that same amount back, unless that thing did not roll a wheel since you bought it. And
that's why I feel like with us as like content creators and shit, like. I do truly feel the bag will come in eventually. I don't know where from. I feel like we'll get it eventually. When it do come, like, I'll probably move to Elmwood. You see, like, and get me a little something.
Honestly, if we ever
chill over there. Like, I'm not going to go crazy because, like, I want to not be broke. You think we would have to?
Yeah, to continue making.
I would rather go to Atlanta, though, to be real. I feel like for us, that would make more sense.
It would. I have family out
because
there.
Like you got family out there. There's a growing industry of sorts out there, and for content creators, it's a hub. Like Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, LA, of course, New York City a little bit. Those are the places where content creators really thrive, and the Dakotas for some reason, which is weird. I don't know why. But the Dakotas go crazy with content creators for some reason. I don't know. That's just something I found out recently. I don't know why. But I feel like our best bet would be Atlanta, to be real. If a bag came in. But even with that, I would probably just get something a little chill. I'll probably buy a used whip. And just vibe out unless it's a crazy like consistent mad money we getting every month type thing. Until then, I'm chilling. It wouldn't be too much different than the way I'm living now. Well, at the very moment I'm broke, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. We haven't really discussed that, I guess.
Like where we would end up if we got a bag.
Yeah, if we got like a substantial bag. Yeah, we on the run, we on the chase, so it's like you can't really talk about it unless it's there. But if you guys run us up, we could buy lamb trucks and Birkin bags all we want. So keep running us up. We'll make better content, and you guys can help us live our dreams. Come on, man, run us up. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, tell your enemies. Where we at right now?
A lot of different places. I don't know. We can talk about Oh, did you see the the trailer for Gotham Knights on CW?
Oh, that garbage. That fucking garbage. So
we're probably gonna make a video about it, but we still want to.
Yeah, we're gonna make a video about it. Yeah. So, what's the little nigga name again?
Turner.
Oh my. So it's the Gotham Knight show that is coming out. I don't know, this year, next year, something like that. Is about a version of Batman who died, and his son Turner Wayne. And don't go on Google, guys, trying to look up, who's Turner Wayne? He doesn't exist. They made him for the show. Yeah, his son, Turner Wayne.
He's not Turner Wayne. He's adopted.
Oh, no, yeah, he's not even Turner Wayne. He's Turner, whatever the fuck. Yeah, he's Turner Hayes.
Or Haynes, something like that.
And he didn't even know his dad was Batman until he got packed up. Yeah. So, which leads me to believe he don't even know how to beef.
He definitely doesn't know how to. Maybe he was put in one classical boxing class when he was young, and
maybe
he's gonna have a flashback of as he's getting his ass beat by a villain.
Oh my god!
And hit him with like some like combination that he learned in the class after Bruce was like, "Come on, Turner, you got to dig deep. You got to find it. It's in you.
Rick.
That will to survive." Rick. And then he's gonna hit him with in slow motion.
Rick.
Are you saying Rick because you can see it?
Sure, whatever make you feel better, man.
No, I'm saying
Rick.
I'm saying that's the classic CW formula, though.
Rick,
like the slow motion.
One boxing class is gonna make that nigga.
No, not one. I'm saying this, right? The classic CW trope is character who can't fight was taught the bare basics to fight, but then also has an experience where, like, his father, his estranged father, or dead parent, or some dead mentor of his is giving him a pep talk or some like treating him roughly type thing to teach him
at some point in time.
Yeah, right. And so I can see Bruce going over like a combination from a boxing class that he wanted to take. Him being an upset kid, him throwing a combination wrong, and Bruce like maybe like bopping him with the glove or something, and you know he's hurt, wounded, or whatever. And he's upset, and he throws him down, and you know, Bruce goes to him later. It's like, it doesn't matter how many times you get hit. It just matters that you're always willing to get hit, like you're always willing to hit back. And that dude is having that flashback moment as he's getting worked, and then all of a sudden he throws that combination that Bruce was telling him to throw, and it works. And I see that happen in tons of TV shows with better plot. So I can see it happening in this TV show with worse plot.
But Rick, just cancel it, man.
I agree.
Just cancel. Like, I love black women getting a chance, black girls, black women getting a chance and being on TV. His quote unquote sidekick,
Robin.
Or Batman's sidekick.
Yeah, Robin. His little Robin, as she said, he called
his little Robin, gross. Which was sick.
Yeah, it makes him gross.
And again, Rick, why would you recruit a random little black girl
instead of your adopted son?
God.
It's because one of them will change the world and society as a whole. The other one, cannon fodder.
The little black girl's cannon fodder.
And no one to miss her if she get hurt during crime fighting, will they?
Oh no! Oh, that's nasty. Oh, undercover racist ass Batman. That actually is a good storyline.
That is a terrible storyline. That never needs to see the light of day.
It's you know that joke that Batman racist, he be beating the shit out of the weed dealers and shit. When you just picked up an eighth.
No, but that joke has evolved from him beating the shit out of weed dealers to him just beating the shit out of anybody who breaks any type of law, no matter how severe or how non-severe it is.
Like when you parked in the wrong area and you in Gotham City and then Batman start beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, if you parked on the double yellow lines, or like you're parked in front of a hydrant and Batman's just like in the darkness looking at you, he's like, "Swear to me."
Oh, it was this one joint. It's funny as hell. The the person in the meme is a monster. I think he is another motherfucker that was touching kids or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But it's that nigga staring at somebody, like, you know, the fat dude, the fat black dude, and he like staring at somebody really hard, and it's like Batman when he smell weed on you.
Oh, yep.
That shit is hilarious. Every time I see that shit is funny. Even though that nigga, the person in the meme, is a disgusting human being. But it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that going on. It's like, ugh. It just seems like every time you turn on the news or scroll through the book, it's another celebrity motherfucker touching kids, or just taking advantage of people. And it's like, the industry co-signed all this shit. Because if all these niggas is doing it,
industry.
Say it again.
Are you saying Batman's a part of that industry?
No, I don't mean Batman. Well, I guess he would be technically, but he doesn't exist. I'm talking about like in real life. I just feel like it's just like there's so many celebrity niggas that do that. Mm-hmm. Somebody's co-signing that, and it's probably our favorite actors, actresses, rappers, singers, all that shit. And that's the one thing that make me uncomfortable when we get there to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is some of the shit we gonna see? You know what I'm saying? Like, that worries me a little bit, because like the grind is great and, you know, finally reaching your goals and all that. But when we get there, we find out like everybody's nasty. You know? Or am I just having an existential crisis?
No, you're probably right. Like, someone has to be turning a blind eye. Do I think there's a special secret network of nasty niggas to make the world go round? Probably. Do I think celebrities are a part of it? Maybe on the bottom total pole.
You think it's bigger than that? Yeah, I
it's
feel
always
you on
bigger
that.
than that. It's a nationwide, not even nation. It's a worldwide, like, circuit for just that type of nasty shit. So,
right,
to think it all originates or stays in America would be very.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. No,
or that
it's all over the world
it's
thing.
even controlled in America. It would be a very, I guess,
naive thing to think. Yeah,
naive. I guess America-centered thing. Like, we always, America always likes to think that we're the center of stuff. Like, sometimes
when we not,
you know, stuff is bigger than us.
Or even like they teach us that in school, that we the center of everything.
They teach that to all people.
Okay.
Like, they teach wherever you're from. They always
they teach it as if you're the center, or where you are is the center of everything. I can see that. I can see that. We got a little. We had a little. We had a little soliloquy there, but
you did. We was talking about the shitty ass Gotham Knights. I don't know why you tried to divert from it.
I know, right? I started to get real deep for no reason. Well, it was an important conversation, but it wasn't necessary for that moment. I think it's just because Gotham Knights is so potentially garbage that I just wanted to run away from it.
Yeah, like
but I will say this.
Daughter.
What'd she say? She said, I told a joke. Like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Now the question is, are they going to make Joker's daughter actually be Joker's daughter, or they're going to make her be, what's her name? She's really the daughter of another villain who, like, disguises himself as people. And
she just acts like she channels different people's daughters or some weird shit like that.
Yeah. Well, she basically, instead of being like her dad and posing as people, she poses as their daughter. And so Joker's daughter is just who she, I guess,
identifies as at that moment, at the moment of the trailer that we're watching. Yeah. I think that character got some potential, I guess.
Harley
if
Quinn
they go with
that. Or like...
No.
Because Harley Quinn started off as original character on a show, aka the Batman animated series. She was never in the
but that was good though.
True. Maybe she'll be good. and
But I feel like even if
qualities
she's
reflect
good,
on her.
the show got to be good though, Rick. It can't be just you.
Oh,
Like
well,
the
then
show got to be good,
that's
and
good
then
for
you
her.
got to go crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't matter if you're good. If the show's garbage, you're donezo. You see what I'm
That's clip
saying?
for her then. If it takes the show being good for it to get lit, then it's clip for her. It's clip for all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that Turner Wayne or sorry Turner Hayes shit. All that shit is not gonna work. And you know what? And we said this personally, not on the pod. I do hope it's good. I want to be shocked. I want it to be some of the greatest shit I've ever seen, but I just doubt it. I just don't see how they go. Because usually at least a trailer will pull you in. The trailer just make me sick and make me want to take over the CW's DC verse. That's all that is. It don't make me like excited or not like that. Well, the CW going down the drain anyway. The CW verse, like the DC verse of CW is going down the drain anyway. So I guess it don't matter. I think they just throwing shit onto a dartboard and seeing what happens. Like what if Batman died? Oh, okay, cool. It landed on died, and his son name was Turner. Oh shit. Okay.
Rolling dice.
Yeah, they just throwing shit. They put general shit on a board, and they just be throwing darts at that motherfucker. And whatever 5 things that land on is the show. And I just think that's just bad concept writing. It's lazy.
It's lazy. I don't know if bad's the word. It's definitely lazy. If you're good enough, then any idea you can make, compelling. But they're not. So
They not, but they're bums, so no, they can't do it. Like even like the Flash and all that, like all that shit is just like I feel like the writers switched after season 5. You see what I'm saying? Like I just feel like they were just like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. Y'all got to bring somebody else in, and then it just went downhill.
It's time for
them
to just end that.
They should have ended
boy,
2 seasons ago.
Yeah, get that boy Grant Gustin on the big screen. Super
Yeah.
screen.
Dye his hair blonde too. I need his hair blonde.
You don't even need to be blonde. We've already seen a dark haired Barry Allen. We don't need a blonde haired Barry Allen.
But just to make a distinction that he's not the same nigga.
No, it's even better. It's even better if you can't tell.
That would be kind of crazy.
I
am on that bandwagon though. The Grant Gustin on the big screen bandwagon, especially since Ezra Miller is a fucking criminal. So
I'm under the Grant Gustin as movie Flash just so they could do a reference to him feeling slow as the movie Flash because the TV Flash is like 10 times faster than him at least by that point in the movie.
Oh, he could be like, I don't know, guys. I just feel slower, and then looks at the camera. That's fire, yeah. Make it happen, DC. If you want us to at least briefly stop talking shit about you, you got to make it happen, guys.
Or
Come
like
on.
how the show Flash, everybody forgets that in the Flash, Barry got his powers sooner than he should have because of Earball going back in time and making it like trying to change things to make the Flash never existed. If the movie Flash is just what the timeline should have been, if Earball never went back in time, like it's an older Barry who gets his powers, so he doesn't need Cisco and Caitlin to like hold his hand because he has like the wisdom of years behind him, and he's just willing to put his mind to the grindstone and work on getting faster, work on testing his powers, work on like just being a better Flash than having gadgets and like comms to save his life in terms of bad situations. And it's just him being in the grindstone. It'd be a great movie, and they just do a nod to that, or because they're already saying they're dealing with multiple universes in terms of like him going back in time. Like if he's running through whatever and showing like all the different possibilities, you just see scenes from the TV show Flash. That should be dope.
That would be fire. That would be so fire.
Like it's a
they don't even know, and they don't even know if they go keep the Flashpoint joint that's supposed to come out. Like they debating on that.
They're not sure.
So it's like you might as well like scrap. I know it's a lot of money to just say scrap. But shit, you could. Well, the motherfucker Ezra Miller is gone, so you can't even do like reshoots. I would just say like try to write something in where Grant Gustin is the main Flash now for some reason. You see what I'm saying? Just do a quick... Because they did it with Doctor Strange. Like, they was doing reshoots 2 months before the movie came out. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So, like, do a quick, like... I don't know how the movie's going. I don't know. But if they traveling through universes, different universes anyway in the movie, at the end, just make it so that Grant Gustin's Flash is the main Flash now. And Ezra Miller's is in the void of existence for some reason because he sacrificed himself. There we go. I just saved DC and WB billions of dollars. There we go.
Yeah, they got to find that boy they have to find Ezra Miller. Though.
But maybe not. Depending on how they did it, you might not have
depending
to.
on lines he shot and scenes and stuff, maybe they could get away with it. But odds are they're gonna have to find that boy Ezra.
And then if they find him, you gotta turn him in. You can't just. You think you could ask like, "Yo, we gonna turn him in, but like, can we just use him for today,
probably,
so he can shoot these? Like, we gonna turn him in tomorrow. I promise. We just, but you gotta find him first. So now you gotta send somebody out to find this motherfucker. Yeah, that's too much. Mm-hmm. That's too much, and that's very unfortunate. And as a Flash fan, it just is saddening. That they probably gonna scrap it.
And seeing this franchise fall because the lead actor has decided to lose his mind is always just disappointing.
Yeah. How much time we got on this one, Rick?
We got a little bit, but I still wanted to bring this up. This will be the last thing we'll talk on, and then maybe we'll shift other stuff to other episodes. With Steve, you know, there's a lot of trends that wade and wash past the internet, like Soulja Boy dances. What else? Gritty, getting sturdy.
Flo Milli shit.
Yep. Whip Nene, the shit Steph did for the
when he won a championship. Yeah.
He was doing that dance, which is still
the jerk, the good old jerk.
Yeah, the jerk.
The good old jerk.
Internet trends, wade and wash all the time, right? But there's one trend that seems like it's sticking around for a little bit, and I feel like you have a little bit of a I guess a position on this. I feel like you could as you have a child. In this hypothetical situation, I just want to see how you would react. So, if you've been on the internet in the last, I'd say week or so, you probably have seen the question. If you have a child with a baby mother that you're no longer in a relationship with, which would make her a baby mother, and she has kids with other men outside of y'all relationship, and you get food for your kid, are you obligated to get food for her other children?
# fuck no. In a more respectful way, I will say this. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, because it's the kids. Yes. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. Yes. But nobody's obligated to do no shit like that. And if I don't, there should be nothing said to me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, because if I got some extra cash, I know it's other kids there. Who knows? I might. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. Just being nice, right? But there is zero obligation. Yeah, there is zero obligation to do some shit like that. And if that were to happen, and I brought my child food, and something was said to me, there would definitely be a problem. That's not. No. That's not.
Do you think it would have been better for that guy? So if you haven't seen the video, a father bought his son McDonald's a meal and a drink, and was giving it to his baby moms to give to his child
kid. Yeah,
and the baby mother was upset because she had 3 other kids that she said were starving and hungry, and that he should have got food for them because his kid can't eat in front of his siblings. And they're hungry. And if you've seen the video, you know what we're talking about. If you haven't, you should go watch it. It's pretty nuts. It's I'm still not sure if it's a skit. I think it was a skit. But I think it's one of
Well,
those
people were
skits
saying
where-
it was a skit, but I never. It looked real to me. Dude
Yeah,
looked real mad to me, so I don't know.
his face was blurred, so it was.
Well, I mean, like just his like how he was moving.
Yeah,
He
so-
wasn't. He didn't seem like he was joking around. But
Yeah,
maybe they could be world class actors. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those skits that's not a skit, or one of those skits that isn't supposed to be a skit type things, where people are acting a scenario out in a way that is over the top to bring eyes to it, but they don't want people to know that it's not real. I think that's a possibility. Whether it is or isn't is up in the air. But I will say that whole situation was kind of nasty. He could have. I guess the only knock on his side I have, at least for me, is that he could have asked for her to bring his kid out, and
he did.
I'm saying the kid could have ate the food in his car.
He did. He said that. She said, "Fuck no."
Oh well, that's crazy.
Yeah, you didn't see it's the whole the video's longer than the little clip.
Okay.
He said, well, why don't you have him come out and he could just eat the food in the car. She said no. My other kids in here hungry, and you didn't bring, like, he not eating shit if his siblings can't eat.
Yeah,
and then at the end of the video, he gave her the food and she threw it on the ground.
I seen that. I didn't know she.
But he
like,
did indeed. He did indeed ask, well, why don't you have him come out and he could just eat in the car and then come back in? She said, fuck no.
I have no knock on my nigga then. He did everything.
Yeah, he did what he, for the most part, I don't know how their relationship is, but he did in that video what he was supposed to do, so.
Yeah, I'll say this, man. I don't know who thought of the idea of if one of us starves, we all starve. But as a mother, you should not want that for your kids. If you really in such a bad situation where you cannot feed all 4 of your kids, and one of your kids has the ability as of right now to eat, I can't imagine a mother telling that kid no, he can't eat because the other one.
Because everybody else can't.
It's like,
also, another thing is she would have. I don't know how their relationship is, but if you knew dude was coming, you could have asked him. Now, whether he do it or not, again, that's whatever.
I guess you did your attempt.
Say it again.
I said whether he does it or not is up to him, but at least she did her attempt to ask.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you say, yo, fam, like, I'm really fucked up right now. I know it's not your, like, these other kids, not your kids, but everybody in here hungry as fuck. You think you could bring us a dinner box or something? If he don't do it or if he can't do it, okay, right? That's different. But you just automatically on shit with dude and about something that don't got nothing to do with him because unfortunately those other kids don't have shit to do with him. Yeah. And you wilding out trying to quote unquote expose them, and you making yourself look stupid because your kids shouldn't be hungry. That's your fault.
Yeah. If all 4 of your kids are starving, man, you got to make a decision.
And I think she was just saying that. I don't think them kids had pork chops in there, man.
Saying if they had steak dinner.
They had a little something in there, man. But them kids wasn't hungry like that.
They had surf and turf ready. They had
at least some ramen noodles, some cereal. So it was something in there, dog. She just was saying that just to.
Salisbury steak with the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, man, I'm getting down on that. Fuck are you talking about? I'm getting down. But I think she was just trying to, if it is like real, I think she was just trying to, I don't know, make a point. And then dude asked where the other daddy's at, and she didn't respond to that.
Yeah, she got quiet.
So, yeah, that's just
her nails were well done for being down bad. I'll say that.
Well, it's priorities, Rick.
Yes, sir.
It's priorities. If what my nails got to do. First of all, what my nails got to do with that? He's supposed to just bring everybody to McDonald's, even though they ain't his motherfucking kids.
So the main consensus is, all I have to worry about is me and mine. But if I feel like and am able to, I may get the other kids food.
Yeah, no, that's Like again, like I said, me personally, like I'm not getting too much into detail, but my daughter's mother and me, we not cool in that sense. So I don't, but because it's kids, and I'm bringing my daughter something, it's not impossible for me to think, let me get the other kids a little Happy Meal too.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and how you raise your kid, she might want to share anyway.
She might. Yeah, that's another thing too.
Unless
but
the shit was pissed her off, then she gonna eat that.
Yeah, she be like, yeah, you starving ass niggas.
God, this burger is delicious.
You know that nigga? What's that nigga name? He Jay Versace, right? You know that video of him eating food like all bougie?
Oh, yep.
Motherfuckers was like, after my siblings pissed me off and my daddy bring me McDonald's, and he was eating the food.
It was like,
I was like, that's down? Crazy.
It was like, is that the TV? It was like, oh no, that's your stomach growling. And then
oh no, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. I will say this: somebody brought up a point. If like, not bringing the other kids food could cause like harm to your kid in the sense that the other kids could start getting jealous because they kids, so they could start trying to like bully your kid or whatever, something like that, right? And I get that, but you should always be keeping in mind like your child's safety and stuff like that. But if my kid's safety is at risk being at your place, then they just won't be with you then.
Yeah.
Because if her siblings or his siblings is willing to harm her or bother her,
if they're in a situation
just because I'm in her life, then
if they're in a situation where food is so down bad that they get jealous of McDonald's the one time they get it, like it's not. Now, I feel like the only way he would be moving crazy is that if he gets his kid McDonald's every week, and them kids is down bad every week, and they see that kid.
But even then, that don't got nothing to do with him, man.
Yeah, but at that point, if the baby mothers is so down bad with 4 kids, then he's a bad father for leaving the kid.
Right? Yeah, you should take your kid with you then.
Instead of just throwing McDonald's at him and being like, at least you're not hungry today.
Yeah, no, you should. Yeah, okay. In that sense, you wilding out. And in that sense, if your baby mom not like fucked, you just gotta take your kid. Yeah. And then you need to work out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if
the other kids don't die.
Yeah, like if she really fucked like that, which again I don't think she was. Like Rick said, I didn't see her nails, but Rick said her nails look nice. I don't think they was down bad like that. I think she was just over embellishing to try to make the dude feel bad or whatever. But I've seen that. I've seen women do that as well. But regardless, bottom line, that don't got nothing to do with him. And he did what he was supposed to do by bringing food for his child. I do feel bad for the other kids if they were in fact hungry, but I don't think they were actually hungry. I think they just wanted they would have wanted McDonald's as well, like all kids do when they see other people with McDonald's or ice cream or candy or whatever. But I don't think that's worth disrespecting somebody on the internet. But that's my take on that. What would you do, Rick?
Before I'm feeding my kid and hop, skipping, jumping into my vehicle, man.
You not even gonna listen to her, Rick? Yeah.
Like she would have put her hand out.
Well, she threw the food. Yeah, she took the food. No, he gave her the food and she threw it.
I wouldn't have handed her the food. I would have hit her with the broke them ankles, and then just.
You would have heamed her. He would have heamed her. Excuse me.
As she reached out to stop me from giving my kid food, she didn't hit with the hem spin. She's gonna fall because she's gonna try to lean her weight into someone who's not there anymore. While she on the ground, I'm taking out the burger from the bag. My kid, he could be young enough, he might not be, but in this instance, he's young enough that I break off a piece of that burger and I feed him myself and get him some handful of fries. And if I see the other kids really looking like that down bad, then everybody getting divvied up. I'll be like, where the cups at? As the baby mother is picking herself up off the ground from that hem, I hit it with.
And some of y'all may not know, Rick played football in high school, so he can probably indeed hem into a spin.
If I hit her with the hem into the spin move, she's stuck. Like she fell, right? So while she's discombobulated, like I said, if the other kids are down that bad, I'll split up whatever I got, the fries, because it looked like you got a big meal, not a kid's meal, which was crazy, depending on how.
Yeah, it was. He said it was a burger and fries in there with a drink, with a large drink. He love his kid though. That's a burger fry. That's a lot, man.
That's a lot. And it was a big. I will say this. It was a big cup. It was a big drink. Like that was a large. I could have been like, all right, grab y'all cup. We divvying it. Like we getting like you getting some juice. You getting some juice. My kid getting some juice, and I'm gonna have the rest because I was wilder getting this much juice. I already know how you be off the sugar.
Right.
And you get some fries, break off the burger, whatever. If it's really like that, but to expect me to come in there with the dinner box with no forewarning, off the strength of I know you have other children that aren't mine.
That's nuts. Now, accent. Now, again, if she would have said, "Yo, can you help me? Like, can you help me out? I'm fucked up right now. I know you bringing so and so some food. I know they not your kids, but can you just bring like a dinner box or like two or like go to KFC, get us a bucket, something." I would be like, sure. You see what I'm saying? Like, sure, if I got it and I could do it, me personally, however our relationship is, whether I fuck with you or not, I'm gonna be like, okay, I got a couple extra bucks, fuck it, right? But you're just on shit with dude, you're not getting nothing from that. And now dude probably not even gonna bring that now, because you just threw the shit and told him his kid can't eat unless he bring everybody food. So now your kids, that just don't make no sense. We should close it out, Rick. That's garbage. The more I think about it, that's just garbage parenting, dog. That's beyond garbage parenting. That's nasty.
Well, Steve, I hope no one we know ever has to deal with that. But this has been another episode of the RP Podcast, episode 57. Happy Independence Day. Yay. Ooh,
I guess. Woohoo.
Thank God the country who enslaved us got free almost 100 years before they let us free. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Fireworks.
Hey, for those who didn't see it, because it's audio, I did the whoa.
But yeah, happy 4th of July. I do hope, in sincerity though, that everybody has a great and safe holiday weekend. I know it can get a little dangerous around this time of year, especially with it being hot outside. Be wary of surroundings. Stay visual. Stay looking. Stay at all, man. And at the end of the day, feed your kids, man.
And we love you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Spin. Peace.
And you want a fry?